I mean, it's dope, but don't act like you creating something, motherfucker. Yeah. That shit is
well,
already.
Well, it don't say create. It just says to be captured.
Yeah, be captured. Say that. They better give a whole background and history, because HBCUs, that's what happens.
They was at Howard first.
What the fuck else you think will happen there? What else you think is happening?
HBCUs getting lit. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think? Come on, son.
Yo, what you think about this bullshit right here, bro? With Dr. Dre and his wife.
Listen, you call it bullshit? You tell me your thought first.
She asking for $2 million a month, bro. What the fuck is that? She wants ownership of his name and the Chronic?
Wasn't even there for that.
What you talking about, mama?
She came around 96, I believe, right?
She was shooting in the gym?
96? They say they were 96, right?
She was shooting in the gym?
They say 96?
I don't know when they got
I know it's like 96, 97. I know it wasn't no 80 nothing.
Listen.
Okay.
When the Chronic came out? 94?
No.
92?
About 92.
Listen.
93.
Listen. First of all, you disrespecting me by asking for $2 million a month. That's disrespectful. Don't nobody need $2 million a month.
$60,000 for the cell phone bill.
A cell phone bill, $60,000.
$100,000 for the laundry. I mean, finish your thought, because I ain't even gonna say mine yet. But go ahead. I'm just going through
bullshit.
60. What phone she got? That's $60,000 a month.
I don't know, and I don't care. But to ask for ownership of his name and his first album's name, like, that's just a little too much for me to understand where she's trying to go with that. Because it just doesn't make sense.
Wait a minute.
It don't make sense though if you wasn't there.
Wait. That doesn't make sense of what her intention is?
No, I know what her intention is. Yeah. Because you know that you married hip-hop's first, you've been married, and he turned into hip-hop's first billionaire. But, okay, now I'm reading it more. Now I see. They got married in 96. Chronic came out in 92. He been using the name Dr. Dre since the 80s, since he was doing disco.
Since he was...
So before you probably... How old is this bitch? She's probably younger than him.
She is younger than him.
She probably was a little kid while he started using the name Dr. Dre.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Right, baby.
See, I can't go off like I want to because I feel my mouth hurting right now. I can't go off like
That's
I want to.
what I'm just saying. You go ahead and I'm going to go.
But I don't understand that shit, son. Why you just can't be not fair with it? Why you just can't be, like, logical with it? Why do you have to overdo it?
Break him.
To try to break him. But I don't think it's going to work. That's going to work for her. She's not going to get all that.
Everything is not going to work. But just like any...
She going to get something.
A divorce is a lawsuit, bro.
Yeah,
it's the same as, especially when it's to that caliber.
It's a business deal.
It's a business deal gone wrong, and now you have to settle with your losses, right? What I'm going to say, niggas ain't going to like, excuse me. Bro, if you get married, right, and you rich, you should say, he married her in 1996. He was already who he was. I believe that Pac died in 96.
Nicole says the Dre trademark wasn't first filed in 1997 when they were already married.
That probably was, because I'm about to say this. Bro. Mm-hmm. He was NWA, Jerry Heller, and Eazy-E getting raped. He left there, he went over to Death Row and was getting raped. Right? 96 is when he married her, so that will be the time when he was laying low from Death Row, when they was looking for him and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So he was trying to find himself out, get his shit together. His next move is Aftermath. So that's probably when his business started getting right.
When he started getting his business right. Yeah. And probably just throwing her little shit in.
Because she could be younger than him, but smarter.
Yeah.
Because now you already who you are, so I don't think he met her on some street setting shit. You see what I'm saying? So she probably, you ain't got to You ain't got your name copyrighted? Why don't you start your own company? No. You got
that means something.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing I thought about. I'm like, she might be responsible for Dr. Dre crawling out of the dirt and taking off. Remember he said, give me one more platinum funk rap. You have that. Yeah. Where's all the mad rappers at? Take a jungle in his house. That man out? Mm-hmm. I ain't talking.
But do you agree with what she's asking for?
No, I don't agree with what she's asking for. But on the flip side of that is, bro, I understand you were young, but I was young before too. And I understood even with nothing, if I marry someone and gain everything and she divorced me, she could take half. Do niggas understand the divorce laws in Cali?
Oh yeah. In Cali, if that's where their shit is under, it's different. You have to give.
Yes.
Look at that fucking bruise, bro. They had to find the vein right there. Oh my god.
Listen, it's nasty.
Yeah, then you gotta give her the crib and the car, and then when it comes to the essential shit, that's when you sit down with the lawyers.
Walk over here for a second, and then come back. Okay, so we know that clearly on the other side of the country.
JoJo Capone went crazy on that.
I'm waiting for that shit to drop, but we clearly know that on the East Coast, 3 hours ahead of them, right? We know that younger than him.
When real shit start to come out, niggas start to shut up. I don't know.
100. Who don't believe JoJo?
Okay.
But listen, if we know that from all the way over here, that divorce in LA is nasty because it is shown every time Hollywood couples split. Yeah. That is how I know of it.
That's how boy got crazy money from Britney Spears. Justin Federline, like, give me that. He was a nobody.
Okay?
And we was hype off that win for the mail.
We could name a few more that we not even thinking about because I'm not in tune with all these people's lives, but I'm pretty sure Bruce Willis and, what's her name?
We know, Demi Moore.
Demi Moore? It's mandatory that you give this shit up. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you come to some type of agreement. Now
it's weird to me because both, like in that type of situation, both of them are heavyweights in the movie scene. Bro, and she got her own.
If she want to violate, she can
That's
violate.
What I'm saying,
and
man.
if she chooses not to, then she don't.
We bitch that women don't got enough rights. Then we bitch that they have too much.
So now this is my thing. He ain't married her at 13, 14, 15 years old. You knew this shit. Yeah. You already been fucking around in the industry. Yeah. Allegedly beat up Alicia, all this shit, right?
You been through contract shit. You should have read. You gotta put that. You gotta put
that
prenup in.
Read. Why you ain't got no prenup? Because you was so much in love. That pussy was cool. You said, nah, I don't need no prenup to marry you. You dumbass.
You gonna hold it down?
Dumbass. So when I hear, oh, she trying to, damn, she violated. But you shoot for the moon and you land in the stars, right? Right?
Rest in peace, Pop.
Shoot for that moon, and if you land somewhere around the Milky Way, shit, I still came up. Right. So she don't get the name, and she don't get the chronic, and all that, but she get the $2 million a month, $60,000 for the phone bill,
extra crib,
$100,000 for the crib, $100,000 for laundry.
These numbers are so retarded. $2 million a month.
$2 million a month is $24 million a year.
I know niggas on NBA benches that ain't making $24 million a year.
I know. Okay.
So in 4 years, she gonna have $100 million.
That nigga ain't have $100 million from the start of NWA until aftermath.
Until end. Whoa.
I'm gonna say it again.
Shit that bothers
I'm gonna say it again. That nigga ain't have $100 million. I ain't say they ain't make it. I said he didn't have $100 million from 1988, right?
87
to
99.
2000, and he ain't make that 100 mil that year.
So that's 20 years. That's 12 years. 12 years. Damn. That's what I mean. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Like,
you fuck the gym. You wasn't with me when I was putting on my fucking sneakers. I ain't even get to the gym yet.
Yo, it's hurtful, bro. It's hurtful.
It's hurtful, but bro.
I mean, I understand it at the same time. It's
what
just bothersome.
are you doing?
Yeah, not paying attention to your shit.
What are you doing? So you telling me you like Jerry Heller, Eazy-E fuck you over, Death Row, chase you and do all types of shit, right? Fuck you over, right? Maybe you just left that shit. Then you come up, bro. You get two of the biggest artists in the past 20 years. You selling Diamond Records and all this. You put out one album. No, two albums. Chronic 2 and California. That's the name of it? The NWA shit.
Compton.
Compton.
Yeah, for the movie.
Yeah, the album. The album was fire. You put out that, and you put out Dre beats.
Then you become a billionaire.
To only get fucked again?
To get divorced.
That's what your life is.
That's what your life is. People fuck.
I feel that's my life. Shit always getting fucked. But damn, my nigga, I wouldn't have got married, bro. And if I'm getting married,
I wouldn't have got married if it gets to a point.
Gotta sign that prenup and check it, mama. In that prenup, I got you. The amount of years that we last, I give you 2 mil, not 1 mil. I give you 2 mil. So 96 to now, right? That's 24 years. It's $48 million. And you can have one.
I'm gonna give you an even 50 with the crib.
And you can have the crib
and whatever kids we got is whatever.
Where the fuck
Malibu?
Malibu. Yeah, you can have the crib in Malibu.
You know he got a crib in Malibu.
He got a crib in Malibu. You can have the crib in Malibu. You good. Or if you want the East Coast crib, you can have that. Whatever crib you want, you can choose. I don't give a fuck.
Let's just. If we not, I don't even care if we not at a point where we can't talk. But let's sit down with our attorneys and just get this.
How old is she? And this is the shit that I'll be talking about. To where remember I said to you, bro, I used to pray and like hope I made it to 33 just to see the difference in the pedigree of women. Right? Remember I was telling you this? Only to have to deal with the same type of shit that I've been dealing with when I was in my early 20s, a little bit of my teenage years. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they grow more into what they already are.
Why are you so petty?
I mean, every human does.
At 40-something, you 40-something years old. Why you gotta break this man?
And you sitting there talking about 2 mil a month.
What he do? Cheat on you? He cheated.
Pretty sure you sucked a dick or two while I was in the marriage.
But let's just keep it like if she didn't.
Yeah.
He cheated on you? What?
You deserve to.
What? You not happy no more? What? It's just not love not doing it? Then just go. Listen, this is what I need to move on.
That's it.
Alright, we could do this. You ain't dealing with no broke nigga. This is the first
you always gotta make it a fucking spectacle for everybody.
Why? You trying to write a book? You
want to get this 2 mil a month and then you want to go write a book that's going to sell
what you trying to do? You trying to do Vlad? This the shit I be talking about. It ain't just women. I mean for men too, because I see niggas going about shit the same way. Like, come on, nigga. Like, you 39. Bro, do you know you 39? No? Well, your birthday coming up. You about to be 40, bro. You still moving like you 21. And I can say that because I'm 33, and there's people 6 years older than me that I've been around my whole life. And niggas are still the same.
That's why I want to see what's going to happen with this Ray J and this Cardi B shit.
But where did Cardi and Offset get married then? But he said he don't, she said she don't want that. She said she didn't want no child support or none of that.
Alright, cool.
See that meme that she said, I don't cook, I don't clean, so I cheat. Fuck you mean. That means you gotta stop playing. You women, you ladies, you females, if you consider yourself a hoe, thot, slut, whatever you
Just
are, I'm not shaming none of y'all. I love you all. I love you all. But listen, if you trying to keep a man, if you trying at least cook, it's nothing better. Especially if a dude is working. Even if you're a little thotty and he a street nigga, you trying to keep him, rules apply too. That's what Chef Boyardee's for spaghetti or some shit on the stove when he walking in. That shit like that matters. So you got the ring and now you don't cook, you don't clean, you paying other people to do that, and you talking about your wet ass pussy on songs and.
Oh, he a down south nigga. That nigga not used to his chicks being like that.
He asked her to tone down lyrics, she couldn't do it. Like, y'all might as well be lesbian. Might as well do that. But I'm just saying, if y'all trying to keep and secure your marriage and your relationship and have it grow and build, when a dude voices something like that to you, like, yo, let's cook, you always want to go out. He ain't trying to spend no money all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like a home-cooked meal. Especially when you come from a home where your mother worked that stove. And I'm pretty sure Offset moms worked that stove.
Yeah.
Whether she was whipping or cooking. She worked that stove. You talking about you don't
down
cook,
south
you don't
women
clean.
know how to treat their men.
That's why I'm a cheat.
That shit was a weird parent anyways.
Yeah, I ain't get that. People liked it, but I didn't. And I didn't think it was gonna last. She a
I was surprised with that
shit.
Ray J shit.